Good morning guys, and welcome to another vlog. Today is actually an eventing vlog, isn't it? Yes, but not in the conventional sense.
No.
I'm not actually eventing. I don't have
Neither
the
am
physique, I don't have the pony, and no, you're not quite ready for eventing yet either, are you? But we are going to an event. So I'm going, well, we are going over to Shelford Manor for Shelford Horse Trails, which is run by Bede Events, that's B-E-D-E. They run quite a few events up this way towards the Midlands area. They run 2 events at Shelford a year. This is Shelford 2 we're going to because it's August. We did go to Shelford 1, didn't we, as fence judges? But
Yeah.
something you might not know about me is I'm actually health and safety trained as part of my regular day job. I work in construction. I did work for an electrician, I now work for a plasterer, but I'm fully health and safety trained, and I've got a friend who started her own equestrian health and safety business, which is this. It's Take Up the Reins, equestrian health and safety, and she asked me beginning of last year if I could help her out at some of the big international events. She needed somebody to come along with her, but she needed somebody who was health and safety trained and who was into horses, basically, who was an equestrian. So straight away she came to me. She said, would you be interested in coming along and helping me? So I said, yeah, absolutely. So last year I did 3 days at Thoresby International,
And then this, yeah.
and last year I also did 3 days at Osburton International.
Yeah.
And then this year I've done a little bit more, actually, haven't I? I did Thoresby at the beginning of the year, but I met another lady while I was at Thoresby, and a lady called Laura. She runs Cheval Health and Safety, excuse me, and we've actually been down to Aston Walls and done health and safety at a couple of events there. So you might see us if you go eventing. You might see we tend to be walking around in white high vis. So that's the giveaway. It's a white high vis. You don't tend to see any other officials wearing white. But yes, today the plan is we're going to go and drive over to Shelford.
And we're doing the bun run.
We are. We're doing, not only because we're on the health and safety. Sorry, because we're on the cross country course all day. They've conned us into doing the bun run as well. So we're going to be the people that go around and hand out the teas and the coffees and the cakes to all the lovely, wonderful volunteers that do the fence judging. Couldn't run the event without the volunteers, and we do a bit of fence judging ourselves sometimes,
Yeah,
don't we?
this event we did do some fence
We did it at Shelford 1.
And then we met this car and ambulance lady, and then
You were
she,
talking crafty ponies
yeah,
to her,
and then
weren't
she
you?
got 4 crafty ponies. Or 5.
So
But
we're going to
they're
go and
foals.
get on the road, and we're going to take you with us to see what it's a bit like a behind the scenes thing, because we're officials at the event today. So yeah, I'm sure there aren't many vlogs out there of eventing from an official's perspective, so that should be quite interesting. I'm hoping that you guys like the video. So yeah, we're going to head off now. This is actually our nearest event. So we're based in Derbyshire, and this is in Nottingham.
It's still like an hour away.
It's about 45 minutes. I actually used to work around the corner from where the event is held. I used to work in East Bridgeford.
I told Grandad that you went the wrong way, because you did.
When did I go the wrong way?
You went the wrong way, and then you said, oh, it's because my work was down there.
Oh, did I? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start driving the car because it's a little bit steamy this morning. Well, 12 degrees and 7:10 in the morning, and I need to be there for 8. So better crack on and get driving there. So we'll see you in a bit. Arrived.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful day, and we are nice and early, 7:47. So we're on the cross country course now. We're going to have a little bit of a course walk and go and check the course, aren't we? We've been over to dressage and had a look at that, and we've had a walk around the show jumping, haven't we?
Billy's gonna be jumping.
Baby Billy coming with us today. So it's all looking really good. The ground's looking really nice. and we thought we'd take you on a bit of a course walk with us. So enjoy. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
You're jumping at the purple fences, which is the BE80. 3, 2, 1. Good luck. So fence number 1, nice inviting door. Not just in the 80, it's in the 90 as well. So fence number 2 is a nice black pipe. Aria's trying to challenge herself by going over the 90 after it was the 80. But yeah, that one, not too bad. So fence number 3, Jack's least favourite type of fence, one that goes from light into dark. It's actually not too bad at this time of day when you get here. The light level's about the same, but on the approach we were proper in the sunlight. So here she comes, rider number 1. And she's clear. And fence 4 is a bit of a skinny brush. Oh dear, 20 penalties. So, fence 5 in the 80 is a double of tyres on a curving line. There she goes. Leg. Go on. And then the second part of the double. People in the 100 get a log, a ditch and a log. Oh no, it's just a log and a ditch. And in the 90 it's a ditch and a log. There's part B. Looking back where we've come from, you land over that one, and then it's a bit of a curving line over part B. And then fence 6, we've got a nice roll top. Over she goes. Oh, don't wreck the fence, whatever you do. Perhaps don't stand on that. Oh, Aria. Oh. So, fence number 7 is the water complex. The ground's a little undulating here, but it's nothing major. And we're going to trot down to the water. You've got to go through the water because you're going through the flags. And then down over the B element over there. You're not going in it. So fence 8, you come through this little gap. And over, I think it's a bit of a table jump actually. I might know about tables. I'll explain why in a minute. So while I wait for my partner in crime to catch me up, just to let you know why I'm walking the 80. Bit of a bucket list of mine, but one day, don't know even why I'm saying this, I would love to do an 80, a BE80 course, but at the moment that's just not an option. So I'm enjoying just walking the course. But yeah, I mentioned having a bit of a nightmare at a table once. My one and only sort of adventure into eventing, I did a one-day event on my friend's pony a few years ago, and we had an alright dressage. It wasn't great, but just coming up to fence 9, nice little palisade that Madam cannot get over because it's sloped. So yes, I got around the dressage, got a score of 40, not great. Pony wasn't a dressage pony, he didn't like it. Got clear around the show jumping, and then out onto the cross country course. I think I was the 4th one out because I was number 104. I remember it well, it's still in my eventing bib. Number 104, because it's the one only time I've ever used it. So yeah, went out on cross country, and the first 6 jumps were all downhill, and I hated jumping downhill. I do remember coming back to trot for a couple of them, but I cantered on down the hills, over the jumps, and then we got to fence 7, which was a table. and sneaky little pony. He was known for it. I should have been expecting it, but I'd sort of let my guard down a bit by that point because we got over the first 6 fences, and he dived around the bloody fence, and I sailed over his head, landed on my back on a table, and that was the the end of my eventing debut. I remember sort of he sodded off. Fence judges caught him, but I do remember getting up and thinking to myself, right, quick assessment, what hurts? And I sort of ran down my body and I was like, oh, something wrong with my finger. My ring finger, this was. Couldn't quite work out what I was feeling in the ring finger. Anyway, we took my gloves off and it became immediately apparent. They sort of dislocated it because it didn't look right at all. So they called the paramedics over and they had me in a car off the cross-country course, and I got taken over to the paramedics and immediately sent over to Lincoln General because we were in Lincolnshire at the time. And yeah, that was the end of it. And it turns out I'd broken my finger. So my only go into eventing, and I broke a finger. So, but what that did, I didn't just break a finger, I completely broke my confidence. And I've struggled with jumping ever since, if I'm honest. But yeah, I have aspirations of, I would love to do a BE 80 one day. Jack's not a suitable mount. He's too spooky and he needs too much. He needs a rider with a lot of confidence, and he chips away at people's confidences. So yeah, Jack's not an option. So kind of hoping, I think we'll go this way.
Dexter will have a
Maybe Dexter will be suitable.
You met him the other
We'll see, because most horses can get round at 80, can't they? But he's got a few years yet. I've got a bit of chub to lose.
Yeah, and I'm with Jack, and then he went cantering off on a pole on the floor.
Yes, we've talked about that before, haven't we? Yes,
he went cantering off, and then she broke her ankle because she fell off. And
you see, there's a common theme here now. If I fall off, I break. And yeah, no amount of decent helmets, body protectors and air vests prevent you from breaking ankles and fingers and wrists and things like that. I did break a rib once. The air jacket would have prevented that. But anyhow, back to the course walk, guys. But yeah, this is why I'm walking the 80, because I look at it and think, could I do it? Could I do this? And I must admit, so far there's only been one fence on the course that's made me go, ooh, and that was number 4 because it was big. But it actually probably rides one of the best fences on the actual course.
That was like that.
That's number 4. That's the one I'm talking about. You see, you say the same. But anyway, on with the course walk. So fence number 10, we've come into the woods, down a bit of a dip, and then up and over another like palisade type fence. But we are going from dark into light, which often isn't good. Yeah, Jack wouldn't do it. Jack hates going from different light conditions. But yeah, you do very much go dark to light here. It's quite hard to see actually, even the camera's struggling to pick it up. So fence 11, slightly skinnier than some of the others, but it's just almost like a trachea without a dish underneath, I suppose. It's just like a hanging log, isn't it? Not too bad. Wow, so this one's interesting. It's got a roof. Not quite an owl hole, but it's a similar concept. And it's another one of these huge brushes. So that's number 4 I can't get over, and number 12 I can't get over. Yeah, even Aria can't get over that one. Again, it probably rides better than it looks. But yeah, that's one that would make me go, ooh! That's one where I kick and close my eyes. So, fence 13. We've got a double, and we're heading back for home now. We've gone over, that was number 11, and over 12, and then this is 13, and it's a double. And it looks quite inviting actually, I don't mind that one. And then we're going to head back into the dark. So fence 14, another double. We are coming from the light into the dark, and there is a bit of a dip in there. That's interesting. No, it's not a water dip. It's 15, it's not too bad. And I made a mistake on the last fence. There was no B element. It was literally jump the log, down the ditch. So number 16, we're nearly home now, and it's a nice little roll top. Nothing too upsetting or taxing about this one. There we go. Go on, Lake. Whee! And away. So fence 17, penultimate fence. Nice little rail. Nothing taxing about that. A little bit skinny. So make sure you've got your whip in your left hand. You've got the tree to help you stay on the right. Oh, cheated. So, coming up to the last, fence 18. Nice inviting brush fence. Whee! And then through the finish.
You won't leave it until another. Go on.
So we're about halfway through the day. The sun is well and truly out, and we've got ice cream.
We both got the same flavour.
We have. This apparently is toffee apple, and it's very tasty. And you've got it in a tub, haven't you? Is it yummy?
Yeah, with raspberry sauce.
With raspberry sauce. So a bit of a treat for us. So everything's going well at the moment. The show jumping's now on the 90. They've not got 4 to go in the cross country at the 80, and then they'll be changing the course over to the 90. And then later on this afternoon we've got the 100 to do.
And yummy ice cream.
This is where our ice creams come from. There's a lovely chap at Fernley's Ice Cream.
Best ice cream I've ever had.
It is very tasty.
Over the unibed brush at 12, heading down towards the water. Will Turnbull and Triflorate trot in. Is flickering. Pop out over the big.
Keep your eyes down around low. Is at the A element of the water. Getting a little expensive now for Kate.
So, fun fact, the lady that we've just watched jump over fence 3 and 4 up there taught me when I was 16 years old. So yeah, it's quite nice when I see her out and about. But if she's still doing it, there's no reason I can't. I keep saying to myself I'm too old, but obviously I'm not.
Yeah.
And that would just be a complex too much.
Well, the ultimate shot is sit there.
Thank you very much.
And you take your photograph from outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So hi guys, we're finally home. It's been a long day. I didn't get to film any more while I was actually at the event because my phone died. And I did charge it a bit at lunchtime as well, so I'm gonna have to look into how I can keep my phone battery a little bit more awake. But I'm home, poured myself a nice big glass of red wine, and I'm just going over all the footage I've got from the day. Luckily, there weren't too many incidents today. There were a few. As health and safety, I can't do anything about something that's happened. That's what all the paramedics and things are there for. But what we can do is to try and learn from what's happened and see if we can make anything any better. But I have to say the team over at Shelford were brilliant. There was an incident where a young man had come off his horse and there was one paramedic like immediately on the scene, and then another one joined them, and then the doctor joined them, and people were then taking the horse away while we dealt with the chap while he was on the ground. I do know he had had to go to hospital. I don't fully know what the extent of his injuries were. I know he was conscious, but yeah, we had a bit of an incident there. We also had another incident where a horse unseated its rider and she took the bridle off. As she went, she flew off and came off with the bridle, and the horse went, "Stop this, I'm back to the lorry park." And I actually happened to be near the lorry park entrance. As it was coming towards us, we sort of shouted at everybody to get the door, the gate shut. There were some gates to the lorry park, and a lady actually, the horse had just stopped and looked at us and said, why can't I go back to the lorry park? And a lady walked up and managed to grab it by its martingale, and then the rider appeared with its bridle, so that was crisis averted. Good teamwork. But yeah, the 90 proved to be a little bit tricky today. The 80 didn't have many incidents, and the 100 seemed to be pretty incident free, but the 90, yeah, you guys need to stay on. That says me. So yeah, so I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm sitting at home, I'm going to have a nice glass of wine and look over my footage and perhaps start editing. My husband's currently using the Mac to edit one of his videos from when he went to a car show. So yeah, I have to fight him for the Mac. But it's been a brilliant day. Really, really appreciate all the help all the volunteers put in today over at Bede Events. Really enjoy working with them. And next event is in about 4 weeks' time. We'll be at Osberton International, and I'll be there for 3 days. It's not just 1 day. The event is actually on for 5 days, but I'm only needed there for the busy 3. So I shall be heading over there with my friend who runs the company. That's Take Up the Reins, if you can see that. I can't. And she will be she'll be leading, and I'll be the assistant on that occasion. Just been told tonight that we have to wear something purple on the Friday, I do believe, in support of Riders Minds charity, which will be good. So I have to dig out something purple. I've got plenty of purple stuff. So yeah, ending it here. It's been really lovely to take you along with me today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed looking into what happens in the background at an event, and what not only the volunteers but the officials all get up to while you're enjoying your event, and that we also enjoy really watching you. That's why we're there. We enjoy taking part and watching people go out and live their cross-country dreams. There were a few people I whooped. I know there was a particularly nervous lady in the 80 who was terrified when she set off, and when I saw her come over that finish line, I did cheer for her and congratulate her. And there was a lovely young lady that I think she was in the 80 as well, one of the Pony Club members, and she was walking the course with her mum, and the mum actually thanked us for our help and you know, spending our time at the event. And I did catch up with her later on, and she'd had a really good storming round in the cross country, so it was really nice to see. But anyway, I'm waffling, I'm going to go and drink my wine. So see you all next time. Please, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and if you want to give me a comment or ask me a question, please feel free in the box below. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.